If you're Stephanie's guys, like you've been in so many
Yeah, but
NBA
you're still
finals.
nervous, though.
I'm sure there's a little bit, but it's not the
nervous.
same degree as your first time going to the finals.
Are you saying the difference between being nervous and being scared? Like, is there more fear the first time?
For who?
Like, in other words, Key is saying, of course you're nervous. Everyone's nervous.
But I think
when
there are
you're
different
saying
levels of nervous. I think when you haven't experienced it before, like playing in the Final Four was different your first time. Like, yo, I've never played in front of 75,000
Why
people.
you look up?
Because you start leaving like,
what I'm asking, Jay,
you're used to that though. You guys are playing in stadiums.
Is there more? Is the nervousness based more on fear?
I don't think fear really exists.
Well, because
for
fear
athletes.
of
I think
fear of failure.
I don't go into a game thinking about failure. I don't.
I'll tell you what.
I don't go into the 2-on-2 game like, what if I lose?
I'll tell you what,
That's
and I
not
don't think
failure
it's
to me,
just
though.
because you're getting punched, but in boxing, like Mike Tyson will talk about it, Customato talked about it all the time, controlling your fear.
Yeah, it depends. Like, for me, every single game I was nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And as it got more important, that nervous turned into something different. Then in the Super Bowl, I was scared to fail.
Right. That's what I'm asking.
You know, I didn't want to be the guy that everybody like, this mother.
You talk about, Key, when that ball is in the air and you're wide open, right?
I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
Key, did those feelings come out while the game was going on? Like, did you
At the start of the game, until it calmed down. The first 5 minutes, 6 minutes of the game, you know, it was a lot. It was a lot going on the first 5, 6 minutes of the game. Once it calmed down, then it became a regular football game. But that first 6 minutes or so, that stuff was something different.
But see, Max, I don't think I never used the word failure. Like I would never use that word in my vocabulary, right? It sets you up for even thinking about that. So for me, it was like, how do you channel that nervous energy into becoming one with the game? Because the sooner you can become one with the game, the more you lose yourself in the flow of the energy of the game.
But see, using the word failure to me, I can say that because I know I was never going to fail, because I was going to make sure that I did not fail. So I don't have a problem saying, well, I didn't want to fail, because I already know what I had to put into it so that I made sure that I wasn't the guy at the end of the day that they were like, he failed us. No, I wasn't going to be that guy.
I mean, there are guys.
I was going to work my ass off to make sure in that particular game, whether it was a regular season, postseason, that I wasn't going to be.
Jay, I hear that a lot from great athletes and championship athletes, that the fear of failure is like they hate that feeling so much that it's even outstrips the joy of winning.
But he's talking about one game. I'm talking about it's a best of 7 series. So basketball is slightly different. I can understand if it was one game, it's kind of like the national championship game. Like, oh, we either do it or you don't. But in the 7-game series for the Celtics, like that first game, like the type of media that you do leading up to an NBA Finals, it's stupid. It's going 24/7. You cannot escape it. Yeah. It's a different level. And then when you get there, you talk about the national and all of that, right? It's just a different feeling.
I once asked Don Mattingly when he was skipper of the Dodgers, because as he never played in the playoffs till his last year as a player. He had a bad back. He was about to retire, but he tore the cover off the ball in the playoffs. And I asked him, like, why are some guys able to get better as the competition gets, as the stakes get higher? He's like, well, you just stay the same. I'm like, no. But you didn't stay the same. You elevated. He said, no, you stay the same, but you know that not everyone's going to stay the same, and you take advantage of that. That's how he said he was able to elevate.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.